Triple E EDC back again with another knife video. I have to thank Mark Goldstein, who is a longtime viewer, for letting me take a look at this next knife that it's a perfect little pocket-size EDC. It is the Opinel number 13. Now this thing is great in the pocket. Let's go ahead and do some size comparisons real quick. First of all, we got to open it up. We got to open that Vibrock ring and open it there, and then we close it right here, and we see that this is really a tiny little knife, right, like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the Spyderco Para 3 as a size comparison, along with the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, just so we get our normal size comparisons out of the way. Now we've got to go ahead and do our size comparison with the similarly sized knife, the Spyderco Meerkat, and also the Spyderco Chapparal. So these are going to be your closest size comparisons right here, and then on top of that, we're going to do some not so close size comparisons. We're going to do the some what most people would consider large knives. Here is the full size, full thickness Medford Marauder, and let's see, another large knife would be this Hoback. Here, this Hoback Snex Buster. This is the full-size Buster, right? So you see how this knife is much smaller than these. That's why these are large size comparisons for this knife. Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about the meat and potatoes of this knife. So first of all, this is a 12C27 Sandvik steel right here. Now, on most Opinels, you're going to get that 1095, but we don't take that crap here. We do the 12C27 right here. This is going to be that Sandvik steel, very, very nice. We got that beechwood handle because when you go wood, you have to go beechwood. That's just how it is, and it comes with this leather strap because you're going to be using this in order to secure here so you don't miss any of your fine chopping tasks right here when you're going through and trying to slice your little tomatoes and stuff like that, right? So that's really why that's there. On the company website, they say that a lot of people use this as a machete. I don't really think that's practical because, you know, really it's more like one of those things that your grandpa would use to peel an apple, right? It doesn't really seem like it would be useful as a machete. So there's that. Now it says Opinel Inox. I don't know what Inox means, but it's there. It does have number 13 here, so you can see that this is number 13 in the series. It is made in France, so you know this knife never surrenders. And like I said, you've got this this nice round shape. It's a little bit bigger than a broom handle, so you know it gives you a nice grip here. And you know there's this flare out here, so that when you're doing those chopping tasks, those very fine chopping tasks, it doesn't fly out of your hand. So you know that I just want to go here and chop up a bunch of tomatoes and we'll be okay. That's pretty much all I have to say about this. You know, this is obviously just a knife is going to be too small for most everyday applications. So you really only want to use this when you're, you know, peeling an apple and chopping up tomatoes. Really the only thing it's good for. So, you know, the one thing that you should be aware of, though, is for those people who live in, you know, areas where you know, there's two-handed knife laws. The knives have to have two hands. So you would think that this knife, because it opens up and takes two hands to open it, would be legal for those places. But frankly, it's not legal for those places because I can swing the blade out like that with one hand. So it's not going to be legal in those places, just so you guys know. All right. Also, it has this nice nail nick here because, frankly, it doesn't work to do it one-handed or pull it open like this. So the only way to really open it is with this nail nick right here. You have to shove your nail in there and get it up. Also, this thing, the fit and finish is so good that you don't have problems like the blade hitting that little area right there, you know, which has carved a little bit of a blade point into the wood right there. That doesn't really happen on a knife like this with this perfect fit and finish. It's just a mirage. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at this knife, and thank you, Mark, for letting me take a look at this knife. It is going to be too small for me to use on an everyday basis, so I will go ahead and send this back your way. But thank you so much for letting me take a look at it. Take care.